it's Ivy once again. I know I've been out of the recap game for a little while, so it's February, if some people are saying. I thought I'd get back into the recap game, and unfortunately I will not be doing any more recaps of the Glee project. Heaven knows why, of course, because they canceled it. Dang you people. Anyway, I thought it would be nice to get back into the game with some uncharted territory. What you say? What could I possibly be talking about? I am talking, of course, about the 6th season of my all-time favorite reality show, RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, I haven't done recaps before, or as I would say, recaps of RuPaul's Drag Race, but still, it would be a very nice idea too. Because I love RuPaul's Drag Race, and I love the queens because they're such diverse personalities. And unfortunately, I do not have the best phone in the world. Meaning, I cannot download apps, so I cannot give you guys the first episode recap yet because the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race has not been released yet. So since the first episode isn't on TV yet, and I'm going to have to wait until next week, as a lot of people might have to. If you have the Logo TV app and you can download it from the iTunes store, I encourage you to. Please do, because then you won't have to wait in suspense like the rest of us. But unfortunately, I will have to wait in suspense, as a lot of us might have to. So I thought it would be a nice idea to give you guys a little idea of what each queen is like. So sort of like a Meet the Queens, first impression type of thing, to get us prepared for next week. So I'm going to be going in alphabetical order, and what's going to be happening is I'm taking all of these impressions from the Meet the Queens videos, which you can find on younownext.com or on logotv.com, and also the CoverGirls music videos, which showed a little bit of their cast audition tapes, which you can find on YouTube, World of Wonder TV. I don't know what their website is actually called, but World of Wonder Productions, something like that. And I'm also basing it off of a few performances on YouTube that I may have found. So, the first queen that we're going to talk about is Adore Delano. Now, I am an Adore geek. I love this queen to death. Adore is what I believe to be the complete package. She is funny, she can sing, she can dance, she is a wonderful actress, a good performer, and she's also very beautiful. She has a great sense of style, in my opinion. And a lot of people actually may know Adore because Adore, out of drag, is known as Danny Noriega. And if you are completely obsessed with American Idol, or at least have been in, I think, 2007, then you might know Danny Noriega as one of their contestants. Now, I love Adore. I love her to death. So when you watch her Meet the Queens video, she is super funny. And she is an amazing queen. I think she is. Sometimes she can go a bit blue, and she's a younger queen, which I really like. And she does all these different things. She can be glamorous, she can be camp, she can be all of these different things. And I really like that. She's very talented, and she is a multitasker. So I definitely would put Adore in my top 3. The next girl we're going to talk about is April Carrion. April Carrion is the Puerto Rican queen this year, and they always have at least one Puerto Rican queen. I'm so happy that they got a Puerto Rican queen that can actually speak English well enough so I can understand her without subtitles, and one that doesn't have that much of a language barrier. So April is a very fishy girl. If you don't know what fish means, then you obviously don't know Drag Race, and I can't know you. You may exit this video now. But April is a very glamorous queen. I don't really think she does a lot of campy things. She's very beautiful, and I watched her CoverGirls music video. Let's just say they had to auto-tune her about this much, and it still didn't sound good. So April, her personality didn't really show through in her Meet the Queens video, and it was actually really kind of boring. So I see April as being one of the middle girls, really, to be in the competition. I don't think she's going to be one of the first people to go home, yet I don't also think she's going to be one of the last people to go home. I think she's going to be in the middle. I don't think she's going to be in the top 3. I'd say maybe top 6, top 7 maybe. I don't know. Okay, the next girl is Ben de la Creme. Ben de la Creme is known as a very good friend to last season's winner, Jinx Monsoon. And she is very campy, yet she also has that sense of glamour, which I absolutely love. I love Ben de la Creme. Do I think she's going to make it to the final 3? No. She's a very funny girl. She can do glamour, camp. She's a very good singer. She is very talented, and I love this queen to death. I don't think she's going to make the top 3 though. Maybe top 6, top 5, somewhere in there. I think she's another middle girl like April, but honestly, you know, we'll have to wait until it airs and then we'll see. Okay, the next queen we're going to talk about is Bianca Del Rio. You can watch Bianca Del Rio and you will laugh. Honestly, she is a comedy queen, but dang, she is amazing. Like, I knew Bianca even before the cast list came out for RuPaul's Drag Race. I watched her one-night stand-up Dragtastic New York City on logotv.com, which is hosted by Pandora Box. And it has another contestant that's on this season that we're going to talk about later, Kelly Mantle. And she is hysterical. She is a comedy queen, but she is also a very beautiful queen. You know, she does an older type of drag. She does all of these beautiful things. But she is a comedy queen first and foremost. And I honestly think she might be able to make the top 3. She is in my top 3 based on personality. She wants all of these bitches gone. But anyway, she is still an amazing drag queen. So, I'm Team Bianca all the way. Okay, the next queen we're going to talk about is Courtney Act. Courtney Act is probably the most well-known drag queen of the season, even before the cast list aired. Reason being, she has won Australian Idol. If you guys keep wondering why I'm looking down this whole entire video, I am actually on my Kindle and I'm on Facebook at the same time, and I'm talking to one of my friends right now. It's kind of confusing. I'm sorry if I look down too much during this video. And I'm also looking at this cast list. I have not memorized this cast list by heart. I am completely sorry. But, it's kind of weird. Anyway, we were on Courtney Act, right? Hopefully. Anyway, Courtney Act, I cannot understand a word she says. She's an Australian queen. I sometimes understand Australian accents. It just depends on how thick they are. And I know how people make fun of the Australian accent, but sometimes it's really hard to land because sometimes it is so thick. And honestly, if I was Courtney, I'd be scared about how people could understand me because I couldn't understand her at all. She is a very good singer. She really is a good singer, but her personality lacks a little bit. Honestly, it does lack. I was watching her Meet the Queens video and I'm just like, boring. So anyway, Courtney I think might make it into the near end, maybe top 5, top 4, somewhere in there. But honestly, I don't know. She would rock the singing challenges. She would give Adore a run for her money. Her style is not bad, but I have seen nicer looking dresses and better styles. But she is a beautiful queen. She is a fishy queen. You know, she's going to give Vivian Panay a run for her money as the fishiest queen of all seasons. I will tell you that right now. Okay, the next girl we have up is Darienne Lake. Darienne Lake is our bigger girl of the season. She is a very funny queen. She is a comedy queen. She is a campy queen. And she is also Pandora Box's drag mother. I love Pandora Box, and if she got everything that she does in drag from her drag mother, then I'd be expecting a lot from Darienne Lake. I watched the Ricky Lake show, and it was the show called You're Too Fat to Be a Drag Queen. Darienne Lake was on this show. She is an amazing girl. She embraces her body, and she doesn't care what other people think, which I think is amazing. and she is a very funny girl. She is also can be very glamorous, and it's also really, really nice to see a bigger girl who might actually win this season. She's in my top 4 just because of her personality. In her Meet the Queens video, her personality was lacking a little bit, but if we get past that, she's still a funny, funny queen. Okay, the next girl is Gia Gunn. Gia Gunn is the Asian queen of the season. She's honestly not my favorite. Yeah, I get it, she's pretty and all, but she's not my favorite queen. She, I think, is going to be the bitch of the season. A lot of people think it's going to be Bianca Del Rio. I think it's going to be Gia Gunn. She is a beautiful, beautiful girl as in drag. But her personality is just too bitchy for me. She might be she's one of my middle girls, but honestly, of course, we never know. I could absolutely be wrong because in the end, it is RuPaul's decision who will be America's Next Drag Superstar. I will say this though, if Gia's personality becomes a bit less hard-edged and straight-narrowed, I will probably like her more. But for now, she's not my favorite queen of the season. Okay, the next queen we have is Jocelyn Fox. Jocelyn Fox, one word, boring. Can I move on? Anyway, a lot of people think of her as the Tatiana of season 6. If you don't know who Tatiana is, Tatiana was the 4th place winner in Drag Race season 2. She was a complete and total bitch. People think Jocelyn is boring but bitchy, and honestly I have to agree with them. So we're gonna move on. I think she's gonna be honestly one of the first people to go, and you know, you catch my drift. Anyway, the next queen is Kelly Mantle. Kelly Mantle I actually talked about earlier when we were talking about Bianca Del Rio. Kelly is a well-rounded performer. She is a singer. She has a very good singing voice because of her CoverGirls music video, I know that. She is very funny. She is a great actress, great comedian, and she's from Oklahoma where the gays come blowing down the plain. I had to sing. Unfortunately, I had to. And she has a very good sense of style. She is very, very elegant. And I think she is in my top 3. She's definitely in my top 3. Excuse me, I'm parched right now. Anyway, she's in my top 3, and I love Kelly Mantle. I am a Kelly Mantle fan. The next queen we're going to talk about is Laganja Estranja. Laganja Estranja is actually Alyssa Edwards' drag daughter. If you don't know who Alyssa Edwards is, get off of this video right now. Laganja is one of my favorite queens. I hope she makes it at least to the top 4, if not to the top 3. But she is a very funny queen. She is a dancer, rapper, singer. She has a very nice sense of style, I think, for a drag queen. A lot of people like her attitude, which is bitchy, yet still, you know, not too bitchy. She knows her limits, which I think is really amazing. But there are some people who actually hate on Laganja because of her personality. Honestly, I don't care. I think she's an amazing queen and she will go far during this competition and even after this competition. The next queen we're going to talk about is Magnolia Crawford. This is another queen that a lot of people say is going to be the first one to go home. Honestly, I consider her sort of like a Jinx Monsoon for this season. Everyone thought Jinx Monsoon was going to be the first person to go home. She ended up winning the competition. Magnolia Crawford might just end up pulling a Jinx Monsoon on this one. Do I think she's going to win this season? No. Could she make it to the middle of the pack? Sure. Do I think she's going to be one of the first people to go home? Most likely, yes. But she is a very good singer. Her personality and her look really don't blend together with me. I'm not a big fan of Magnolia. I think she is a very great drag performer and a drag artist, but she's not for me this season. I have other people. Okay, the next queen we're going to talk about is Milk. Milk is a very famous drag queen also. She used to be a male figure skater and is very well known in that realm. She is also a performer with a group of other drag queens, and girl, they are amazing. I encourage you to try and look up Milk's performance videos. They are amazing. So with Milk, her style when it came to the Meet the Queens video, I didn't like her during the Meet the Queens video. I honestly thought she was going to be one of the first people to go home for me. But after I watched her CoverGirl's music video, I realized that she is a very good singer. She has a very nice aesthetic and a very nice fashion sense. She can be glamorous while she can also be very, very camp. She can be more camp than anything else, but I still love her sense of style, and I love her sense of humor. She is hilarious. And of course, she's got a gap in her tooth, like Madonna, so she must be funny. Right, Manila Luzon? Okay, the next queen we're going to talk about is Trinity K. Bonet. And the K stands for Kardashian. I don't know how that happened. Honestly, boring queen. I think she's a boring queen. I think she's going to be one of the first people to go home. I don't really like her. Finally, our last queen we're going to talk about is Vivacious. Vivacious is the oldest girl of the competition. She does a lot of the older drag, a lot of club kid kind of drag, but she doesn't wear a lot of wigs, and if they do, they are a lot different from what you'd probably see on a normal drag queen. But I love Vivacious. She is very talented. She has very good knowledge of the drag world. She's been in it for the longest time. She is a very good performer, and I love this girl. I think Vivacious could possibly make it into the middle, maybe even near to the end, maybe top 5 or 6. Okay, so I want to hear from you guys what you guys think of this season's cast. Do you like the cast? Who do you think is your top 3? Who do you think is going to go home first? You know, who's going to be the bitch of the season? All of these things. You can either comment them below, you can tell me on my Facebook page, and I'm even going to be restarting up my Twitter very soon, so you can tell me on there. Also, if you guys think that I should be in the game with even more different reality shows, let me know. Of course, I do have restrictions and rules. I will not do singing competitions or talent competitions, but I really do think that I should be more involved because I've been out of the game so long. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing videos for a long time. I've been under a lot of stress lately. I've had a lot of personal issues, and I'm still going through a lot of personal issues, but I am dedicated to you guys, my fans, and my best friends. So, I will see you guys next week for the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6. Toodles! Kisses! Catch you later!